Come on in, lift the lid, take a seat, and experience
The Boys Room.
Hey, what's going on, boys and babes? It's the Game Boys again. Hey, how's it going? And this is the Boys Room today. It's the same old. We got our boy Keener in one corner, Karl in the other, Sean in kind of in the middle, and then I'm off in the bathroom. So how you guys all doing today?
You're in the bathroom, dude?
Yeah, dude.
He's in the boys' room.
Turn that camera on, man. Put it on the ground.
Dude, I do ever since I lost mobility, I only live in the bathroom.
Give us the worm's eye view.
Yeah, well, which the worms that are inside me, or like,
yeah, those two.
Yeah. So today's a special episode. We're gonna talk origin stories because as of the last podcast, if you listen to it, you now know, thanks to Sean, because he's something else.
Fucking
that we're
idiot.
he's a fucking idiot. We're now the boys' room. So the Game Boys out the window. We're the boys' room. We are actually the stalls. We're sitting in the stalls and we're just letting you dump into us. So I guess I'll start because I'm kind of the mutual bond between everybody. I met beautiful Karl first, and then I met everybody else incrementally after. I met Karl through a fate. Well, we went to school together, so like we knew each other in school. When I was going to school, Karl was this fit. He was muscular. He was toned. He was this beautiful. He's running all the time. Beautiful, gorgeous dude. Always skateboarding. The women, they would love him. They'd kiss up on his neck. Don't tell his wife this. They'd throw their.
How did I tell you about compliments, dude?
They'd throw underwear. They'd be in school throwing their underwear at him. But and then later on, like it was just we were just playing. We would play Halo Reach and stuff occasionally, but it was Grand Theft Auto Online, right? We just started playing Grand Theft Auto together. Then we started hanging out.
That's what rekindled it. But you remember it incorrectly, dude. You say we met in school. I remember the first time I ever met Eric. He was a sad little boy at the ski slopes, man, and he was just sitting there drinking his hot chocolate.
Oh my god,
and shit.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, I was a fucking loser.
And I just showed up. I was like, hey, what's going on, man? What are you doing? Playing Pokemon or some shit? I don't know what you were doing. I just remember a sad boy at the table.
I was being pathetic.
Were you by yourself at the ski slope?
We went on a field trip, and I was completely alone because I was so antisocial and shy. So I was just sitting there sad at the top of the ski slopes by myself. I lost my shoes too, I think, or something. Karl was there the entire time. I forgot all about that.
It wasn't skiing. It was just like snow tubing and stuff.
Yeah.
Some kind of school field trip thing.
Like snow zone or something.
It wasn't even. There wasn't even snow. It was just like it was a giant slide that you went down on like in two.
Just mud.
Yeah, we were mudding.
What the?
But keep going, Karl. I forgot all about this shit.
Yeah, I really don't remember what happened. I just vividly remember that, and I don't know if it actually happened or if it was like a dream, like a spirit journey kind of dream.
No, that happened.
But
that happened.
Yeah.
I
don't even remember what we talked about. I just remember like a red puffy jacket.
Yeah.
And some little sad kid. And I walked up and I don't know why I even started talking to him.
You felt bad
Probably
for me.
Wanted his, I just wanted his drink.
You saw this.
You were the alpha.
Yeah, you were the alpha at that time.
You were the fit Greek god track star.
I wasn't even fit then. That was my chubby days. That was before cross country.
He walked up. I remember this vividly. He walked up to me. And then I think he asked me what was wrong with me, but because I shit you not, I was sitting. It wasn't even like anywhere. I was sitting up at the top by myself, and like because like when I was a kid, I was a super shy, introverted, just fucking dork. This little Weasley dork, and like he came up and started talking to me, and then Karl was the one that encouraged me to go inside and get the free hot chocolate that we were offered. And I remember sitting down and having a hot chocolate and talking. Yeah, that. I don't know why. I forgot that because it was a traumatic moment in my childhood. That's why. But
just alone at the top of the world.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. That was like middle school? Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a rough time.
Yeah. I know, dude. I was so gay.
That's a sketchy time.
Meanwhile, we're gonna find out like after the podcast that it actually happened like maybe 4 weeks ago.
Not even. It happened yesterday. It happened before we went to our friend Steve's house. Carl, I'm really.
Why are you so sad, man? We got a party.
But
to go to.
it was a middle school field trip. You were just with them.
Yeah. Just two grown men hanging out with all these kids. Yeah, that's.
I'm glad that it like, I don't even think I asked your name.
You did.
Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. Like, I never connected the dots that it was you until later.
Yeah.
Because like we went to high school and everything together, and I was like, I don't remember that sad kid. He was a vivid memory.
Yeah, that's funny because like now that I remember, it's a fond moment in my memory because I was like, that was one of the few times where I was being a fucking weirdo, weird, shy little kid, and somebody was actually nice to me and didn't make me feel like a fucking weirdo. And then I've come back to totally ruin that person's life. Because the person that I am now is horrible.
Probably better I didn't stick around then, or else somebody would have stole my PSP and sold it back to me or some shit.
Shut the fuck up. Maybe. But
it's
yeah.
all for the profit.
And then, you know, we went to high school, we were friends with mutual people, and then like playing GTA online together, and then we just ended up naturally like hanging out. I think that's it. That's about it. I did make a very, very rude comment when Karl picked me up.
Just picture Incredibles 1 where Mr. Incredible went to get his suit refixed, and she's like, "My God, you've gotten fat." It's just basically that. He's like,
Karl was like, don't be surprised when you find out I got fat. And I was like, there's no way. And I got in the car and I looked at him and I was like, I guess you did put on some weight. And then I was like, and then he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, that's probably not the best thing to say the first time you're hanging out with somebody.
Gotta let them know up front what it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, the first time I ever met my girlfriend, she looked at me and she's like, "Wow, I thought you were tall."
Wow, we're
she's
talking about how we met each other, and you're gonna talk about how you met your girlfriend? What the fuck?
Damn right.
Sean over here flexing. I got a girlfriend when I first met my girlfriend. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's true. No, the moment's gone. The moment's fucking gone. Moving on.
I saw that haircut she gave you. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't have hair now.
I know. She just shaved you bald. I can't believe she shaved your eyebrows off too.
Yeah, now I look like Vin Diesel.
You really kind of
Get you with the Silver Surfer look.
Sean does look like Vin Diesel. Sean, why not?
Yeah.
Dude, how did we meet?
I don't really fucking remember. I just remember the only time the first time I ever went over to your house, we played Dark Souls.
Yeah.
And I just remember like, you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna talk to you about video games and stuff. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then like the rest of the time we're just us drinking and dying at Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really all. And then you screaming to me about Sky Pirates and Skies of Arcadia while I told you about Banjo-Kazooie, and you were like, no, fuck you, Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's how our friendship started.
You came out of left field. I just remembered being, because Sean and I know each other through a mutual friend who's, I'm not going to talk about. He's going to listen to this podcast and be like, why did they talk about me? But I met him through a couple mutual friends, and then he just showed her. And me and Karl would make fun of him all the time because it was the best. I mean, honestly, if you know Sean, you're going to want to make fun of him. You can't help yourself.
Yeah,
he's a good sport.
Everyone does.
Yeah. Keener, I met Keener through a mutual friend of ours, and it was at a beer pong tournament at a friend of ours' house. And then afterwards they invited me to come over. And why don't you tell the story about my first time getting to meet you and all the boys?
So first off, it was a beer pong tournament that I put together in order to lose in the first round.
yeah, you did.
I got crushed immediately and had to sit around and watch other people play beer pong all day in somebody else's house. Not even drunk. It was not a good day.
It was horrible for him. He really did. Like, they lost immediately.
Destroyed. But as far as day one of Eric, we brought you over.
Interviewed me.
Yeah. We were interested in your Dark Souls pedigree.
Oh, God.
There was a lot of flaunting, a lot of bragging on Facebook, other social media.
We just generally talked.
So we had to confirm.
It wasn't bragging, but yeah.
We had some bosses we needed to beat.
Hey, boss.
We decided to call in an expert,
I thought I was
a legend, a local
coming
legend.
to hang out. Local legend, keep going.
Just lure this kid into the woods. I heard you've been talking shit, man. You good at Dark Souls? Come on.
Hey, I got 10,000 gold pieces in my backyard there.
Hey, I got that Soul Level 1 playthrough. You know you want to meet me.
So we bring him in. We bring in the specialist.
Special.
We sit him down. Start asking him some questions. You know. I have my clipboard. I have an actual clipboard in my hands.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. And they walked out of the room at first. It was him, Josh, and our friend Drew. And they walked out of the room to write up questions to then invite me to the dining room for the interview.
Yeah, you passed the interview. Barely. This dude showed up head to toe, gray. Gray shirt, gray shorts, gray shoes, fucking gray socks, top to bottom. Grayscale. That was some down.
Yeah, my skin was pretty gray from the night before.
I don't know who the fuck dressed you that day.
I dressed myself. I was feeling very neutral. To be fair, I was mega hungover.
Maybe. Yeah, you were pretty ripped up because. Then we started playing Dark Souls.
I was sweating
we wanted to see the
entire
expert
time.
at work, the local legend, rip shit up, tear into it, and then we watched you die against this boss maybe 40 or 50 times.
It wasn't 40 or 50 times. All right. First of all, I had a really good run the first time, then died, then horribly died 4 times before I gave up and said, I'm too fucked up to do this, which was the only excuse that I could find.
It was definitely way more than 4 or 5 times.
It was a couple.
Because we had you going.
It was
you would die, we would tell you fucking suck,
Yeah.
and that would just like send you off, and then
Yeah.
you'd give it another shot, die quickly,
It was
very quickly.
Yeah.
Because you were tilted. You were tilted the whole fucking time.
You're being dramatic there. Yeah, no, I definitely got my. It was on the Duke. It was on the Duke near Freya, and I got after that first run. I was so close, and then I lost it, and then after that, I was dying before I even made it to the fucking boss, and then I was just getting mad. And then it's not only that, it was intimidating. I don't know why, because you walked into this house and it was a bunch of stinky boys all wearing glasses. Sitting in front of the bright monitors, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Bunch of dorks.
Yeah, bunch of dorks, and now I got these dorks grilling me hardcore, just laying into me. It was beautiful. It was one of the best moments of my life. I loved it.
Yeah, because that was full on band room at the time.
Yeah.
So that room was a disaster.
Yeah, it was.
That was like all those like legendary like LAN party photos you see floating around the internet from like the Counter-Strike days.
Yeah.
It was one of those rooms. Every surface had a computer monitor or a small TV on it. Trash everywhere.
Everywhere.
Empty cans of soda and bottles everywhere.
Everywhere. It was insane. Like I walked in that room for the first time, and it was easily, I think it was like 10, 11 people, but and the funny thing was everybody was playing Dark Souls, but a different version in a different location, which was like, what the fuck, except for you. You were the only one not playing Dark Souls. You were definitely doing something more interesting. But like, well, Keener's house at the time was like a cesspool of friendship, where it's like everybody would come and just 24/7 hang out in the band. You know, it was just like, there was almost always somebody there.
Whether or not I was there.
Yeah, even when you weren't there. Yeah, it just became accepted.
I normally, if I wasn't there, it didn't matter. Like, oh, we'll be at your house. Okay.
I will say the first time I met you, like it was obviously different. Like me and Karl, it was a one-on-one situation. You guys, it was intimidating. I was concerned going over there because like I'm going into a whole friend group. Like, you know, these people are all very welcoming, and then and to this day we're all still friends. But but yeah, it was terrifying. And then when I left, I was like, am I ever gonna go back? And then when I went back the second time with the milkshake, you know, that didn't leave a great impression. impression.
I was waiting for this part of it because I thought that was the initial story. I thought you just initially went over and fucked shit up. And
No, day one was the interview.
It was the interview.
Okay.
And then,
Sat him down.
And they said, when they gave me the review, they said, seems pretty cool, a little too much gray. They were like, you can't wear all gray if you want to come back over. I was like, fine. I was like, fuck.
You need at least a little bit of that drip.
Yeah. I need a cool dragon shirt. The milkshake story. Keeter, you tell this one. Because this was the most traumatic for you.
So the next time, I try to be like a grateful host. I try to make things as inviting as possible. So it's like 1 or 2 in the morning. I have all these ingredients for milkshakes, and I think, my parents' bedroom is right next to the kitchen. I don't want to wake them up. I'm gonna take the fucking blender and take it back to my bedroom and sit it on the floor and make milkshakes on the floor of my bedroom.
On the floor of your bedroom with your 2 grown-ass male friends.
As I'm like concocting this milk, just throwing random ingredients. I'm like, I got bagged walnuts.
Yeah.
Very expensive, pricey. I was making minimum wage. 1 bag of walnuts, that's a whole hour of my work. So I got ice cream. I got like caramel. I got walnuts. I'm mixing it up, blending it up on the floor of my bedroom, on the carpet. And finally, after I slave over this blender for what seemed like forever, I turn around and I say, hey guys, the milkshakes are done. Go ahead and grab a glass. Try them out. I don't want the first glass. You guys are my guests. Enjoy. So Eric rips my blender in half.
Hold on. In my defense, me and our friend Nathan were both busy, and then he kept insisting. So then I was like,
I was very pushy.
Very pushy. Because he was proud. He really did bring, he pulled out all the stops. He said, he's like, yeah, come over, I'm making milkshakes. And I was like, fuck yeah. So then, yeah, I'm like, okay, I go over, and I did technically rip the blender in half, but I twisted it, but I guess I twisted it too hard, so the rubber part got stuck at the bottom, so when I lifted it up, the milkshake just started pouring out. So then we had the great idea, Keeter, which was,
let's do it real fast, and it'll be fine.
So we had a cup. We were gonna Looney Tunes it, where we were like, if we're quick enough, it'll just flurp into the cup, not on the floor. What the fuck?
So yeah, we thought we could Indiana Jones it and just whoop, and switch it out real quick and just it'll be all right. It wasn't.
Not at all.
It all leaked out of the blender in an instant because it wasn't some small. It was the bottom of the blender. I mean, it was just open.
Yeah.
The milkshake, this full blender cup full of milkshake, instantly in my carpet.
It just plorped. It plorped. It just looked like at the minute we lifted it, just all over it, just immediately, without hesitation, was just it was. Yeah, and then after that, I remember Keeter starts cleaning, and then we offered to help, and he said, no, I got it. And then after he finished cleaning, he was so disappointed that he just went to bed. And I just
went to bed.
Yeah, that was the second time I had ever met Nathan. I never even spoke to him the first time. So I just looked at him, and we had a short talk, and I was like, I guess I'm gonna leave. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave too. Which now I'm living with that guy. So who would have thought? Just everything we've been through.
You're welcome.
Yeah. What do you think of me?
I really think that I think that stain is still in the carpet.
Probably. That was almost as funny as Sean Dragon Ball Z style ripping his shirt off on your side porch.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I really don't remember that.
So there was a time we tried the Game Boys multiple times. And by try, I mean not really, but we kinda. The first time was me and Karl. We recorded a couple things, and then we just stopped. And then I tried it with them, but we didn't know what the fuck we were doing because Karl was the only one that knew what he was doing. So then we stopped. We actually were gonna record a thing where we were playing. It was Mario Party. We were like, let's get fucked up. So we had we made a wheel and we set up this whole thing and we're taking shots. Well, it's me, Keener, Sean, and another friend of ours. And not only does Sean end up doing the most. Go ahead.
Okay, so there were rules to this.
Yeah.
All right.
You remember the rules?
So I remember the rules.
Dude, you couldn't even remember to keep your shirt on. How did you remember the fucking rules?
That was one of the rules.
That was the only rule.
So like anytime you land on a blue spot, you took a drink. Anytime red spot, you took 3 drinks. Blah blah blah.
And then a shot.
Yeah. So like, everyone was doing all right, and then the last final 5 turns happened. All right, everything gets doubled. You land on Bowser, you take a shot. All that. So you take 2 shots. I landed on Bowser, 2 shots. Lost a star, 2 shots. Lost a fucking Bowser game, 2 shots. And here's the thing, I took 17 shots?
A lot.
Yeah. And I didn't even lose. I didn't even come in last.
I was in last. You came in second to last, and I was in last by a good margin, and you still were the most fucked up.
Yeah, so from what I remember is, because at the end it's all right, last place takes 3 shots.
Yeah, 3.
Third takes
2.
Yeah, after the game's already over, we're still punishing ourselves.
Dude, yeah, it was first place didn't have to take shit, and then second place took 1, third place took 2, and then last place. But the best part was me and Ian were fine, so I down my 3, Ian only had the 1. And then
I just remember
Sean is head on the table, fucked up, and this 1 shot in each hand with his forehead on the table. We're like, Sean, you gotta do the shot. And he's like, please don't make me do this.
I think I ended up taking them.
You did.
And then just blacked out. I remember nothing after that except waking up to Keener. I don't remember ripping off my shirt, but I remember Keener was making fucking taco meat. Yeah. And so instead of me being oh hey, can someone get me tacos? I army crawl to the kitchen. Yeah. And instead of getting a plate or anything, I'm backed up against the stove with my
Sean, you crawled to the tacos. We dragged you into the kitchen.
I don't look. There's a lot of things I don't remember.
And you did rip off your shirt way before that, but yeah.
I don't remember. I just remember being in the kitchen eating taco meat off my stomach.
Yeah. We gave him a taco and he just spilled the meat everywhere, and he just went. The best part was when you did sober up. Ian and I were watching. Keener passed out. Yeah. And Ian and I were watching Wolf of Wall Street, and I remember that's when you crawled back in the room because you're you guys were watching Wolf of Wall Street. What a great movie! And then you just face planted, and you were out. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, Sean.
I remember
go ahead.
I woke up again at some point, and I was like, huh, I feel fine. And I remember watching the movie, and I drove home for some terrible reason, and then went to bed.
Yeah, it was.
That was bad.
The best part was though you taking off the shirt and going Super Saiyan, which you
I don't remember
which
that.
You did. And
yeah, you did the full
screaming
Super Saiyan 3. Yeah. The whole.
You did it before the 2 shots. Yeah.
Further beyond.
Yeah.
Ah! For 5 or 6 solid minutes.
Yeah. That's why he felt like he was gonna die before those last 2 shots because he did it before the shots. But it just and when we were doing it, I was so hammered I accidentally unplugged the GameCube in the middle of the match, and then they all started screaming at me.
Start over.
Yeah, they're like, it saved luckily, but you guys were just like, you fucking moron, what the fuck? I was like, I don't fucking know.
Because it saves after every turn, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you choose to.
Yeah, we bought terrible drinks. I remember that. We bought whiskey we never had, tequila we never had, vodka we never had, and then you spilled silver bullets. I remember that. Was that you? Or was
it was Ian. It was Ian who I think spilled some. Yeah, of course. But no, we ended up spilling half that bottle of liquor. Remember, we knocked over a bottle of rum. Yeah. Because we ended up having to open up another one.
That's Eagle Rare.
I do. You know what kind of stories I'd love to talk about with you, Karl? The fucking New England motor freight stories. Because everybody, Keener and them always love those stories whenever you fucking tell them that.
Yeah. That was like later. That was post GTA time,
Yeah.
post getting insulted in my car when I was coming to pick you up.
Yeah, deep
And
in the
then-
friendship.
Actually, can I say one thing before we talk about this? Before Karl
Okay.
moved into his new house, he wanted to show me it. So since we didn't have a good way to like, it was like out of the blue. He was excited about it. So he built it in Minecraft and gave me the tour. And I shit you not, the house he built in Minecraft was almost identical to the actual house. Only the Minecraft house was built of dirt, but still.
And I think this was on Xbox too.
Yeah, it was
so
on Xbox. Yeah.
even more
Fuck yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
But it was great. It was just, but he really did like a perfect rendition of it. Even the slab in the basement. But yeah, we worked at a trucking company together for like a year. But yeah, like a year before I got fired for doing so stupid. Well, you know, what kind of things would we do at New England Motor Freight, Karl?
Horrible things, dude. And that's probably part of the reason why they're completely bankrupt and no longer existent right now. But
Yeah, we're the ones that actually
know,
laundered
dude.
all that money.
yeah, we're moving all the drugs in these barrels for them.
Yeah.
But no, we were the young bucks hanging out with the old dudes, so
Yeah.
we had to inject some life into their daily routine. They're taking too long, so we decided to speed up, man. We're just speeding around corners. I don't know. It was just a fucking weird time, man.
We were like, so we worked on this dock, and it was me and Karl and like a high school friend of mine, Zach, and then a bunch of just weird ass dudes. You had Tom, who wore jean everything and snakeskin boots. So he looked like
My man.
yeah, he was definitely a blue collar cowboy. You had
And he grew strawberries.
he grew
Don't forget that.
strawberries. Yeah. And he hated his sons. It was really important to him. And
A true American man.
We had Dennis, who was a crazy little old man who would whistle Funky Town day in and day night, day in and day out. Then there was, oh my God, Jeff.
Yeah, your mortal enemy.
Jeff,
dude.
who was my mortal enemy, who one time I was speeding around the dock and he told me to slow down. And I said, I'll take it in a, he said, you better slow down or you're gonna end up killing somebody. And I said, all right, I'll take it into consideration. Or no, he said, he's like, I hope you hit me and kill me. So you're asking, and I said, all right, well, I'll take slowing down into consideration. And he hated me. And then we ended up earning his trust. And then there was a big weird dude named Mike or whatever. He was a cool guy. But
The
I
one that
called
was
him,
our age?
yeah, it was Mike, right?
I think it was Chris.
Chris, yeah, Mike was a different
There
one.
was Big Chris
Yeah.
and Little Chris.
Mike was the one with the glasses. Yeah, there's Big Chris, Little Chris, who looked like Rorschach. Rorschach, right? Was that Little Chris? Yeah. And then and then you had Don, who was this big weird Italian guy. And the last one was Jim, who was like Jim told us a story that the reason that you couldn't understand him and he couldn't think real well is because he once got in a bar fight and they kicked his head in to the point where he had brain damage. But when he talked, you'd be like, Jim, like let's say you come into work. Our boss's name was Dave Brown. He was this large, bearded man, and he would just randomly, like he has autism, scream down the dock, Babalushke, as loud as he could. So then we would chant it back to him, and like we would constantly fuck with Dave. But Jim would come up and he'd be like, "Oh, go give Jim a hand." And you'd be like, "Hey, what's up, Jim?" He'd be like, "Bark, bark, 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 bark." And you're like, "I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but okay." It was like talking to like something from Star Wars.
What?
I guess we have to explain that part too, where it wasn't just like
Oh my God.
moving packages and stuff like that. Like we had to actually get certified on forklifts,
Yeah.
and that pretty much entailed them giving us the entire rule book
Yeah.
with the answers and everything,
Yeah.
and then that would qualified as our test.
Yeah.
It's like all you had to do was turn the page over, and every answer was like already on there.
Yeah.
So we just went through it, purposely got some wrong just to make it look like we weren't cheating, but
Isn't that what Dom said to do? I could have sworn somebody told us to do that.
I don't think. Yeah. I don't think he knew that the answer. He didn't tell me anything about the answers.
Dude,
I
I
think you
wouldn't
told
know.
me that they were on there.
Every time I think Zach might have said something, but every time you'd go in our boss of the station, Dom's room, it just smelled like he shit his pants. Like this dude would just sit in there and fart all day. I think it's from all the protein he was intaking, but it was just disgusting. It was rancid. But continue.
But yeah. So yeah, not only were we being dangerous, we're being dangerous on probably ton and a half fucking weight, gas powered forklifts with these super sharp metal tusks on the front of them that are really good at puncturing barrels and
really good at turning
really
into
hard
skis.
to bend, but some people can bend them.
Really hard to bend. Yeah. Yeah.
It was just a scary ass time, man. And then we would get to work in pairs sometimes. We wouldn't always be driving at the same time. One person would read the bills, the other person would actually drive the freight to the wherever truck it had to go to. And those were great times too, dude, because then you'd get to like play hide and seek. Every time the person would take a little piece of freight and ride away with it, you would just crawl into the truck and just hide in the stuff.
There's actually
I have a video.
Yeah, you still have it too. It's on my Snapchat.
Yeah, I have a video of me just like, oh no, he's coming. Oh no, he's coming. Oh no, he's coming. And all you hear in the distance is Babaluska. And he rounds a corner and just blinding headlights of this forklift coming
just
in.
Screaming. Yeah. Well, that's what we would do is we would, Carl and I would drive around the dock and we would scream Babaluski at each other because that's what Dave would scream. And then like we would constantly just doing wacky shit. We'd be screaming down the dock and acting, and eventually grew to the thing where like even the older guys kind of got entertainment out of these kids just because we always did our job. Like we were really good at doing our job. We just fucked around it. I mean, I went a little bit further than Carl. Like, yeah, I might have saran wrapped the forklifts with that one time. And yeah, I did bend one of the things like a ski, but it was an accident.
That place wasn't very professional anyway. I mean, shit was always getting fucked up. The whole thing of Huggies came in, just demolished. So then we spent like a whole day just like
free throw
dunking Huggies into a trash can.
And the best part was one of the other dudes who was like 30-something year old dad, second job. He came over and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "Oh, we're just like," Dave told us to clean them up, and he's like, "Oh, sweet." And then we're just shooting free throws just down the fucking trailer, and we're missing and blasting Huggy off the fucking trailer. It was so much fun.
Beautiful.
It was fantastic. Yeah. I guess I already told this story because the first real interaction that you and Sean had, Keener, was that like us drinking together. Like we met a few times before, but you never really saw Sean like the day he tried to kill that hamster. But
Eric?
Sean never killed a hamster, but Sean.
Eric.
I'm sorry.
One, you're getting parties mixed up.
Okay, well, you did. Yeah, okay, you're right. What's the second thing?
Yeah. Second thing is the first time I ever met Keener was one of the most like awkward moments in my life because I remember like coming in and like I don't remember who, but someone was playing Persona 3, which I had no idea what the fuck that
Derek
was.
Or Keener, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, Keener actually put up Hatful Boyfriend. And then like
is that why you're so into
time,
that game now? Keener turned you.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Makes sense.
But no, and then
That's what I do.
Like the whole reason we went over there was to learn how to edit, and it's just turned into, hey, watch me play Persona 3 or watch me try to fuck this bird.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Sounds about
Fuck
right.
a bird?
Yeah, Hatful Boyfriend, you date birds.
Yeah,
You're a person trying to fuck birds,
you
right?
you are the only human girl in a school of birds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't they have like corkscrew cocks? Wouldn't that be horrible?
No, that's
Just ducks.
Is that all birds, or is that just ducks?
I don't.
That's ducks.
Just ducks. What's the how? I don't want to get into bird penises. It's not necessary, but yeah, I guess that is true. Like you can, but I mean, like the moment that really mattered, Sean. Like that was your defining moment. That's where you left the lasting impression. Like in general, I mean, you had left multiple lasting impressions on me before that, but
that's one of the like top 3.
Yeah.
Was the very first time one of the Denny's meetings?
Yeah, that's when we all, I think, first got together. Carl, did I bring you over Keener's before the Denny's thing? I don't think so.
No, I think
Denny's?
that I was
Denny's.
trying to think of it. Like, what was the first time I met Keener? And I think it was Denny's first because I made a joke about him having an afro. I was like, "You look sweet with an afro."
Yeah.
And then he pulls out an old ID. He's like, "Actually, I did have an afro." Like, what the fuck?
Like, these are the facts.
After your trials of becoming a Keener boy and wearing too much gray, I think you invited me over after, and I really wish I could remember any of those times, but I honestly cannot. I'm trying to picture like my first time.
Such a blur.
Yeah, I do remember making Hawaiian Punch one time because he had just a whole rack of liquor and just mixing everything together, and it ended up tasting like Hawaiian punch.
You
and
said
then I
you're
don't remember
making
anything after
void
that.
juice, and then you definitely went to the void. Yeah, we
I remember towels on
Yeah.
roofs. I remember baseball bats on roofs.
Well, if it makes
Yep.
you feel any better, I catapulted straight up into the ceiling fan, like literally, maybe like my 10th time there. Yeah.
Oh,
The,
yeah.
The
I wasn't there for
wiring
that one.
in that ceiling fan has never been the same.
Yeah.
I've changed ceiling fans, but it's just like I don't know what you did.
Upsetting parents by shaking the whole house.
Yeah.
Pounded on the walls, my paper mache walls.
Yeah.
Please don't do
Yeah,
that.
he walked in. His dad walked in and looked.
Whoever that was.
Yeah, he looked. Whoever that was.
Don't do
looked
that again.
Directly at me. Don't do that again. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was terrified, dude. I was pissing, dude. Keener's dad's scary.
My dad's intimidating.
Yeah, he's a sweet dude though. He's a good dude, but he's scary, dude. He likes.
is.
He only eats meat and strawberries and Pepsi. He eats the Pepsi. He doesn't drink that shit. That motherfucker eats the 2-liter. It's impressive. He's skilled. I really.
Nothing but
Sean, can
chocolate
you
milk every night.
Please tell the hamster story.
We're doing all right.
It didn't go up his ass, and he didn't kill a hamster, but
No, all right. So like, one of our buddies had like a pool party, and I'm telling the whole story, like how my glass was broken. So like we're having a pool party,
Yeah.
and me being the dumb, fucking young dude that I am, I decided, hey, I'll just put my glasses on my pants in the grass. And so one of our friends stepped on them, cracked them, and then
wait,
the buddy.
I said tell the hamster story, not my glasses story.
we're getting there. We're getting there. All right.
Okay, I'm
It's
sorry.
context.
All
Context.
right, I'm sorry.
So it's like, so that happens. It's like, all right, fuck it, whatever, keep partying. And then the dude, his parents are like, hey, we gotta shut this down. So I'm like, hey, I'm supposed to be watching this. Oh fuck, they're probably gonna listen to this. I didn't even think of that.
They're gonna.
They don't
We
even know
gotta.
about
We
this.
gotta shut this down.
Let's just.
Well, yeah, that.
Do you want to spark notes it? We don't have to go into
Yeah.
detail. We can save it for
Well,
another
anyway,
time.
go there. Well,
They-
anyway, no, I'm doing this.
Was
So I
it?
go-
Did the party just end, or they?
Wait,
That's a
wait,
really ominous turn of phrase. They had to. We have to shut this
Yeah,
down.
they put their son down, so we couldn't hang out with them
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you guys can't hang out here anymore.
Yeah.
You have to go,
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah.
Ah,
So we go to the apartment that I'm watching. That isn't mine, by the way. So drunkenly,
yeah.
I'm supposed to feed these hamsters, all right? And so I'm like, huh. I asked Eric to help me. So like, we go to pour food in,
Bad move.
but like, poured so much it was like a fucking mountain of food. And I'm like, they're gonna eat it anyway. So like, I shut the thing. I'm like, that's fine. And then fucking put fireworks in their oven too. 'Cause I'm
Yeah, we had fireworks.
Just
for
as a
some
side
reason.
note.
Yeah, we put them in the oven. No, Sean looked at me and started laughing menacingly and just put them into the oven. And I was like, fuck yeah.
You're never.
So-
You're never watching my house. That's never happening.
So they're supposed to come back like the next day. So the next day happens. I'm like, shit, everyone, we have to clean up everything. Clean up everything, leave. I'm just like, all right, I'll wait for them to message me. A whole entire week goes by, and like they text me something like, hey, can we come get the key tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, if you want me to, I can drop it off like right now. Like, we told you we were coming back next Saturday, not this Saturday. So for an entire week, I was supposed to like house it to like make sure the hamsters ate. For that entire week, all they had was that mountain of food.
It was a
And
lot of food. It was a lot of fucking food.
But like, I was like, shit, should I go? And so like me being the responsible person, I just waited the next day to see them to see what would happen.
The best part was we took the bag and almost dumped the whole fucking thing in by accident. And then we tried to scoop it with our hands. And then he's like, what should we do? And I was like, we just let it be. They'll eat it. Turns out it worked out.
Yeah.
Except one of them ate the other one like 2 months later.
I don't think a lot of the stories with Karl, I don't think I can legally tell.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Wait.
Not Dark Carl.
Dark
I have to
Karl.
backtrack.
Yeah.
What was the point of the glasses?
Yeah,
because
what's in
that
the
is-
glasses?
because
Because you're
Yeah,
a
it
was
fucking
the- okay.
dork. You broke your glass.
You couldn't see the food.
No, because I was the one who had to drive, and I can't fucking
Oh,
see.
so you're
Like,
okay.
not being drunk, but not
you were in
breaking
the
your
car.
glasses.
You
I
were
know. I was
Still not
you-
seeing the
no,
connection.
You were in the car with me whenever I had to like have one hand over my eye because like one lens was missing. So,
So
like
this
I
is
didn't
why
want
you
to.
needed Eric's help. You didn't need his help to feed hamsters. You needed him to like
Yeah.
work
I was
the
just
pedals
seeing
like
eye
a,
dog.
okay.
Yeah, despite like not helping
Well, listen.
until we got the hamsters. You help.
Yeah, I would say on the record I had nothing to do with those hamsters. I just want to make that clear. I don't even know what he's talking about. But yeah, I'm always willing to assist a friend in need.
But the fireworks are there.
The fireworks was great.
Which I texted them about. So I was like, I feel like they're gonna like fucking make something.
They just blow.
I mean, yeah.
It wasn't anything too crazy. It was some sprinklers
Yeah, it
and
was
some
like
other shit.
It wasn't like actual like. It wasn't even like Roman
Yeah, it was
candle work.
fun stuff. Stuff for the
Yeah.
whole family.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, that was. I had a lot of. Sean and I had a moment recently. This was great. This was also my first time getting to meet his current girlfriend, who's wonderful.
Oh, this.
But we went to we got done seeing Godzilla with some friends, so we went to downtown Pittsburgh to go get some drinks because we live on the outside of the area. Please don't come kill us or kill us. Whatever. But
End it.
we go.
Please end it.
We go down. We hit up the bar that your girlfriend works at, right?
Yeah.
And then we go to this other place that is like Halloween themed year round. We get absolutely annihilated. Like we get destroyed. So the minute we walk outside, Sean we walk outside for something. I can't remember what it is, but Sean's like, this shirt's really stressing me out, and just rips his shirt. and then he's like, wait, let's go back in. And the dude's like, I can't let you back in. You ripped your shirt. So then it's like, we're walking back to the car. Sean's walking back, big grin on his face, smiling ear to ear, shirt out, tits hanging out. It's fantastic. And like, not only that, he's driving too. So it's.
But no, I remember I was like, because remember we were supposed to go to Denny's and everyone's like,
we can't. You ripped your.
you got to go home and change, and I'm like, no. No one else went, but me and her went to Denny's, and like I just remember like tying it up and going to Denny's.
You looked like you got out of a shark attack. That's how it was ripped.
As if Denny's would have turned you away
Yeah,
anyway.
Right? They needed you more than you're the kind of demographic they're looking for. But it was.
Yeah, you're the standard customer.
It was. I have this beautiful photo of him just in the front of his car, shirt ripped, smiling, looking at me, just like. Oh my god. Yeah, Sean.
It's so good.
Sean is a fucking. Also, Sean loves to do this thing too, where every time we'd get together, I would make a sweet ass joke, and then Sean would go and regurgitate it with a different group of people as his own material.
But always change like one thing
and
around.
then somebody else would be like, "Dude, you won't believe this joke Sean told us," and they were like, "That's Eric's joke."
What if everyone jizzed turns into what if everyone came?
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
And just to let everybody know, I'm totally comfortable with Sean stealing my material because I'm just gonna sue him in the end.
Yeah. Really what happens is I don't even make my videos. I just like put my face on top of his and there you go. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. If you really look around the chin, you can see hints of red, which is me phasing through.
Yeah, I mean, Eric talks about his top 5 Banjo-Kazooie facts all the time.
Yeah, my number 1, I love how fat the bird is. Fact number 2, I love Dingo or whatever. Fact number 3, Jumanji Joe, great villain. Fact number 4, hate Rumpelstiltskin. Fact number 5, Bussy. I don't know. Anyway.
I'm surprised Kazooie being pregnant wasn't up there.
Vord. That's number 6. Kazooie Vord. Boring banjo, right? Kazooie's the bird, right?
Yeah.
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 God, there's so many good Karl stories I wanted. Actually, I'll tell one that embarrasses me more. But we would go. We went to this Kennywood Beer Festival. There's a theme park near our house, and they do a beer festival. And this was our 2nd year going. We go with a couple friends and his cousin and that. And me and Karl's goal would be like, we hit every single stand. We're like, we're gonna hit every single location. So we were fucking destroyed. First year, pretty good. Don't really remember much. Well, I remember a friend shit in his pants, but he says he did it, and I probably shouldn't mention that, but I'm gonna do it anyways. But 2nd year, we go. I rinse out my cup. and I rinse it out with like the rinse water, and then I'm like, man, I'm really thirsty. I'm gonna drink the rinse water. It'd be funny. I take a mouthful of this warm ass rinse water with all of the flavors of the beer in, and I just disappear. I disappear to go throw up all over the stall and on my shoes. So then now I'm in Kenny Wood's bathroom cleaning my shoes and shit to come back, and Carl's like, where were you at? And I was like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And then I laughed, and I was like, I might have threw up all over the stall. And he starts fucking maniacally laughing. And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I might have threw up all over the stalls and threw up on my shoes a little bit. And then he's like, and then, you know, we're laughing about it. And then we meet up with everybody else. Carl tells them immediately. And they're like, that's fucking awesome. I'm like, yeah. And then our buddy peed his pants later that night. It was raining though, so it was okay.
Hell yeah.
There's there was a time Carl and I we hung out with a friend. We were over their house, and we were swimming in the pool, and we would just get blasted and play Pirates of the Caribbean, the theme song, for 30 minutes as loud as fuck, and just spin, just drink and go in circles in this pool, make a big whirlpool. It was.
And chugging rum, dude.
Oh yeah, chugging rum. Oh god, yeah. That was
It's the shittiest rum, like Calico Jack or some shit in a plastic bottle.
Oh, no. Any of my drinking memories with Carl is always shotgunning and forgetting. I'm like trying to really like drop a lot, but I remember the very beginning, and I remember the end, but I never remember any of the middle.
You don't remember the rum bowl with ice cubes in it?
Oh yeah, what that wasn't. Yeah.
Or sink beer.
Oh
yeah. After my 25th birthday, everybody pitched in and got me a keg.
Yeah.
And to keep it cool, I thought it'd be a good idea to put it in the tub with some nice cold water so that it's nice, well insulated and everything. And I just passed out drunk. And the next morning I wake up and the keg is on its side because the air inside is just flipped over and apparently like absorbed in all this tub water and all this shit.
Yeah.
But we decided, hey, it's okay. It didn't get in because it's all sealed and everything. It's a big metal keg.
Was that our first time coming up to Keener's house or second?
That was the first time we were checking out his new place.
So that was the first. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. And we decided to bring the keg with us. Like, now that we got all this beer, there's still like another whole case of beer pretty much. And it was like the worst decision of our life because we're like pumping this thing and we're like, oh, this is kind of gross.
Yeah.
It's a little flat. Kind of tastes like tub water. Yeah. So then we just decided to pour it all into your sink. We just pump the keg as much as we can, dump it all into your sink with it clogged in.
Yep.
And I don't know why we thought
Dawn dish soap in there.
Yeah, there was like some cherry flavored soap. We squirted in there. And then I just, it hurt my heart to see it go down the drain like that. So I had to like take a big scoop of it and then just chug some sink beer.
No, we drank it out of the sink. Yeah.
Like it was a fucking punch bowl or something.
Oh, which reflecting back on it is so disgusting now to think about. That we just like, we did, but that's why, you know.
It was the kitchen sink at least, so he only clips his toenails in there and shit.
Yeah, that's what, he only washes his scrotum in there, so there's nothing to worry about.
With the potato scrubber.
Yeah, with the potato. Well, he needs it. To be fair, Keeter doesn't wash his balls, so you have nothing to worry about. I would know because I literally smelled this man's balls as it permeated my soul.
Those were dark times.
How did we get so drunk that night if the beer was flat and had soap in it?
We
and
drank
everything?
a lot. Like I don't remember. I just remember. I don't remember. I just don't really remember much. Wait, was that the same night as the glove?
The glove, yeah.
Yeah, that was glove.
That's what I was trying to think. Like, how did I get to that point? If it was just
no, well, you spilled beer on your pants. I remember, like, we drank most of the keg and then we dumped the rest out. And I think Keener had some shit too. But
yeah, I had some beer. I had some like cans.
Because you stayed up all night with us. You were up all night. Because we ended up watching that fucking anime movie. I can't remember what the fuck it was, but it was good.
Big Man Japan?
Gantz.
Yeah, Dance. Or Gantz. But yeah, Carl spilled beer. Like you were drinking it out of like a vinegar thing. It was like a vinegar thing for salads. Yeah.
I called it my potion bottle.
Yeah,
it was like
the
a
magic
plastic
potion.
bulb.
Yeah.
It was just beer out of that gross ass vinegar thing.
He spilled it.
But
go ahead, you tell it. I want you to tell it.
I was gonna say I vaguely remember this, but I do remember cleaning the pants because I'm a responsible adult.
You took him to. You asked about the washer dryer immediately.
Yeah, I don't even think I washed them. I think I just like soaked them in the sink or something and then threw them in the dryer. But in between that time, I like threw my socks in there and everything too, and I didn't have anything else to wear, dude. And he didn't have any clothes down there for his guests, like a horrible host. So I had to find like a yellow dish glove and just wear that.
He comes up the steps.
He wore it for a little bit.
He comes up the steps, yeah, with the little mug. And I think he had a little mug still. Pretty sure he still had the little mug. But you came up the steps, and he's just standing in the doorway with just the glove on. And I just start cracking up immediately, because I've known Karl long enough to know what to expect. This is Keener's first, like, full-blown. Like, he's met Karl, experienced him, but this is Karl unleashed. And he just,
yeah. Dark Karl.
Kyle.
Unleashed.
It was fucking Kyle. And Keyland, yeah, that's Keyland. But we're both looking over, and then the glove just drops, and Keener just stares, looks at me, stares.
Full on eye contact.
Eye contact. He did like 6 double takes because he just didn't know what the fuck was going on, and then just started cracking the fuck up. And the part that made it the best was Karl laughed and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'll go grab a towel." Goes downstairs, grabs a towel, puts it on, but it's facing the wrong way. So he sits down and opens up. And then not only that, when he finally passed out, he passed out laying onto Keener. So Keener just said, in like full-on traumatic experience, I am dying of laughter. I was like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, we're sitting there finishing up what was that Jackie Chan movie?
Yeah,
Skip
Trace, goddamn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
As you're just passed out on me. Head on my shoulder. Cozy.
Yeah. Just completely slumped. It was really beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
It was a great night.
Yeah, it was a great night. Yeah.
That's some good time.
Every time we've ever been, I don't think we haven't had a night yet with the actual all 4 of us.
Nope.
Which we need to do. Sean, you're gonna get so fucked up, dude. We're gonna put you through the fucking ringer. It's gonna be you need to at least bring 3 shirts.
3?
3. You're
not even mine. I'm just gonna break everyone else's shirts but mine.
Yeah, you'll rip everybody's shirts.
But not
wherever.
mine.
Yeah, just everywhere. Yeah, I want you breaking into houses, taking shirts off of people.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I shop at Plato's Closet. So.
Yeah,
go ahead. Rip my $7 Hollister shirt. See if I care.
Rip the same shirt I've been wearing since high school.
Yeah. Ben's gonna like come home and just have me like in his house in his wardrobe, just ripping shirt by shirt, staring at him.
Yeah. You get
like, dude, what the fuck? I just got home from work. Just no word. Just rip.
Just shredding.
Also, I want to make this clear that a majority of the time that we've hung out, we haven't actually always been drinking. Usually we do we're actually cultured. Except for Sean.
Yeah, no, I have alcohol.
Don't make yourself sound like
That's
that.
not accurate. I will literally fucking cry if you don't stop.
What?
I'm fucking speechless. Are you okay? Are you okay? What the fuck? Sean, do I need to come over? What the fuck? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I just wanted to say something.
Dude, that was good. That was good. Now I feel like an asshole. I feel like a full-blown asshole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be laying in
Just let him fucking rip the shirts, dude. Like, leave him be.
I can't. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm just, that's my problem is I'm afraid to rip my shirt. I'm afraid to wear the glove. I'm afraid to leave the box, dude. Because I'm afraid that people like what I just did to Sean is gonna happen. Meanwhile,
yeah. The difference is like I don't care.
That's true. I don't think really anybody in here kind of cares all that. To an extent, we do care, like professionally speaking.
Oh yeah.
But like, when it comes to just doing shit, it's kind of just like free for all. Kind of just be everybody. That's one thing is everybody's always themselves. Nobody really ever puts on a show.
Yeah.
Except for whenever Karl was pretending to be my lawyer to get me out of that murder charge. But other than that,
had to, dude. Needed you.
Yeah.
Needed you to drive me to the beach that week.
that is a great idea for like a bit. like, why'd you help him out? I gotta go to the beach. Like, we gotta be out of here by 5:30, dude. Trying to catch those waves, bro. Holy fuck. Dude. Yeah, Sean cracks me, dude. Sean is wild, dude. And not only that is like, I can't wait until like a moment comes where they see us, where it's just like, so Carl's the tallest, I think, right? Or is it Keener? You guys are pretty much the same
Might
height
be
almost. Pretty close.
I think Carl's got like an inch
Yeah,
on.
so it's Karl, Keener, then
just
me.
wider, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Shut up. But it's like Karl, Keener, me, you know, not too far from each other, and then there's like a whole human size, and then Sean. He's this like little beautiful man.
Yeah.
When we go out, we wear those like little things that babies have, like you put a baby in. We just carry Sean around.
Oh, we're youth large.
Well, it makes a lot of sense because you used to be a youth pastor.
Yeah.
Which
At full circle.
Sean as a youth pastor has some beautiful stories. We're not going to get into that today.
No, that's
Maybe.
that's for a different day.
But yeah, we'll definitely save that for a different day when we know that the money's coming in. So if you like this kind of shit, you share it, you like it, you tell other people, and then give us your hard-earned money. You don't fucking need it. We need it.
Yeah.
So
You like it,
yeah.
you love it, you gotta have it.
we will tell you whatever you want to hear. You know, we'll rip our shirts off. We'll do whatever. You want me to wear a glove? I'll wear the glove. But at least 10 grand. We need that for the glove. You know, so it doesn't chafe.
Yeah.
You don't want the glove to chafe.
Right.
Yeah. Because that was
The good suction.
because you don't understand what it was like because that Karl got that chafing and then I was the one that had to lotion it afterwards and it just was,
Yeah.
you know, it's the least I could do after he came and helped my sad sorry ass out at the mud tubing play. Oh my god. We didn't talk. I don't even know. There was just multiple tangents. It was beautiful though. Fuck. Is there any interesting thing anybody wants to say before we sign off? Any little final bit? Just a dead silence.
Yeah.
There's just so
end the
much to pull
podcast
from.
with silence.
Yeah, we should. What were you gonna say, Keeter?
There's so much to pull
Yeah.
from. There's just so many things.
Yeah, that's that, and those will come over time. But like we
Like
we hit the basis.
like the whole coffee table
Oh,
story.
let's save that for another day. Yeah, but it's gonna be a good one. Yeah, and not only that,
There's-
Karl took the heat
yeah.
for that too, even though it was me.
He didn't really take the heat. I gave it.
That's true.
I had no choice.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
even know I was
true.
getting
He
blamed.
didn't even do anything.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
Karl.
Yeah.
Shut up. It's Karl.
We could tell the waterboarding story whenever we waterboarded me in your front yard.
When you waterboarded you,
Yeah, when I made them waterboard me,
and then they weren't doing it right, so you
you
just waterboarded yourself.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was scary. You know, I wanted to know what it was like, you know, to live on the edge,
Right.
without a shirt on. Sean taught me so much.
Rag over your face.
Yeah. Hey, dude, you know, I'm not the prettiest man ever since the accident too. That extreme face sitting, I've never been the same.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. Well, you were the one that did it.
all the way from the third story. It was
Oh my god, yeah. She was big. Like big. We're talking Heifer from what the fuck was that cartoon he was am I thinking of?
Rocco.
Rocco's Modern
Yeah.
Life. Yeah. We're talking
Yeah.
cake.
double cheeked
Yeah.
up terminal velocity.
Listen, dude, if anybody knows me well, they know that I'm in super BBWs, bro. That's what I'm all about. You know, every day, all day. That's all I think about. I can't even say like the acronym for it because it's just too much.
Big Breakfast Wednesdays, my dudes.
Yeah.
Golden Corral.
Yeah. I love drinking straight from the chocolate fountain. Right now.
I have never been comfortable in a Golden Corral.
No, you shouldn't be.
No.
The kids.
I don't like
When
it in
there's
there.
a kid with hairy knuckles dipping his hands into the chocolate fountain, you know you're in a bad place.
I don't know. The one I was in didn't have a radio, so it was like silent.
That was prison, Keeter.
Well, my grown man cousin showing
Is
a
that-
10-year-old boy how to get ice cream out of the machines with his bare hands. He's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
pouring it. He's like, you do it like this because the kid couldn't get into the cone or something. And he just slams like the 8-inch tall ice cream right into his mouth, and the kid is just like awestruck. He's like, oh, he just witnessed a deity.
You, Karl, you and your family are like, you guys are Vikings. You guys are, I shit you not, to a T, Vikings, like genetically in every possible way, and how crazy you guys act. You are the You're the chosen snow people.
Then why can't my mustache connect to my beard, dude?
Well, that's because that little bit of Asian in you. Not. Oh God, I should have said that. But yeah, Golden Corral.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it for today, everybody. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
We literally just if you've listened this long, literally like we got on, we had no idea what the fuck we were gonna talk. Well, we had a vague ideas, and then we just kind of went with whatever.
Yeah, actually didn't even do what we wrote down.
Sean literally came out and he threatened us sexually several times.
It's not a threat if you're into
I
it.
actually shouldn't even be saying that right now, especially with things that are going. Well, yeah, we agreed to it eventually. Like Sean eventually was able to push his views hard enough. Now,
That makes it even worse.
I know. It makes it so much worse. But if you guys like the podcast, let us know. Let us know what kind of format you're fond of. Make sure to let everybody know who your favorite Game Boy is in the boys' room. Also, to make it clear, we are not the boys' room. We are the Game Boys. We just reside in the boys' room. Sean was confused in the last podcast, so I really want to get that across. But thanks for listening, guys. Shut up, Sean.
We love you.
Karl, say bye.
Adios, muchachos. You know what I'm saying, dude? See you next time. See you in the underworld.